Hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our monthly appreciation and ancestral service. We are here today to express our gratitude to God and Meishu Sama for the protection, help, and countless blessings we have received this past month, and to ask permission to serve the divine plan for this coming month. Let us begin our monthly service with a presentation of offerings to God. Please pray along silently while we have the opening prayer to God.
Great God of light, with our deepest respect, we have gathered here at the Moroku Association to celebrate our monthly appreciation service combined with our monthly ancestor service. We humbly offer you our prayers of praise and appreciation for the protection, help, and the countless blessings we have received this past month, and to ask for permission, guidance, and inspiration to continue serving in your divine work of the construction of paradise on earth. Please accept the materialization of our gratitude through our in-person and virtual presence, our monetary offerings, and by our guiding relatives and friends. Please give us strength and wisdom to practice this year's guidelines in our everyday life. Following the example of Meishu-sama's great love and his teachings, let us build a strong faith within ourselves, the sincere service for the salvation of humanity through our basic practices of faith, attending services, channeling and receiving jorei, guiding our family and friends, volunteering our time and labor, and providing offerings of gratitude are the essence of our mission in the construction of paradise on earth. May we strive to continue to establish paradise within our hearts and minds, creating homes of light, thereby helping to transform our communities and the world at large. May we receive greater light and spiritual strength to realize Meishu-sama's ideals in our hearts, our homes, and our communities, so that we become most effective instruments in bringing your divine light and happiness to everyone around us. Please allow us to spread the desire to create paradise on earth throughout all of North America. May the new age of happiness and everlasting peace, where love, goodwill, and understanding prevail, soon become a reality.
Please join us for the Amatsu Norito, the prayer of heaven, followed by the Miroku prayer and prayer for ancestors.
Saka amaharani kamu 進まります。かむろにかむろみのみこともちれ、そめにおやかむいさなぎのみことつくしのみむかのたしはなのほどのあはぎははにみそぎはらいたも時になりませる。あらいどの神たちもろもろの我がこと罪汚れを洗いたまえ清めたまえとまおすことのよしを余す神にす神やおよろすの神たちともに雨のふちこまの耳振り立てて気を示せとかしこみもまおす弥勒を見神守りたまえ先はえたまえ弥勒を見神守りたまえ先はえたまえ教えみよや主の神守りたまえ先はえたまえ教えみよや主の神守りたまえ先はえたまえかながらたましまえませ。かながらたましまえませ。Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan, and for the privilege of channeling and receiving your ray. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified, as we need your truth given to us by Mr. Sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized, with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your grace. Prayer for ancestors. Great God of light, bless and protect the souls of our loved ones whose journey here on earth is over, and as they continue on, great God, encircle in your light, may they be raised to ever fine and higher states of true and eternal. Great God of light, bless and protect us all. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your grace.
Please be seated. We will now receive group Jure.
Regarding some of this.
Jury is now concluded. Let us listen to Meiji-sama's teaching entitled Wait for the Right Time.
When we make a careful study of the various areas of society, we find many failures in every part. If pain resulting from a failure was felt exclusively by the individual involved, the matter would end with this saying, "I have mismanaged," or "I have been unlucky," and one then resigning himself or herself to his or her misfortune. It does not end there, however. A person's failure can make his or her family destitute, even homeless, and can cause trouble for all of his or her relatives and acquaintances. It turns out to be a kind of social evil, although he or she probably began with good intentions. An individual's failure cannot be passed over lightly because of the problems it creates for others. This being the case, it is necessary to probe into the cause of failure. The underlying reason is something most people do not easily discern. Before a person begins a project, he or she makes plans and in every way one can think of prepares himself or herself for it. Once it gets underway, one realizes it is not proceeding as he or she planned, for unforeseen hindrances and unexpected obstacles appear, and one finds himself or herself at a loss as to why such things have happened and what he should do about them. Anyone who fails treads this same path. The reason is that the individual neglects the timing. In all human affairs, there is nothing more absolute than the right time. There is a time in everything, as in the growing of flowers and fruits and all agricultural products. Though other conditions are favorable, it is impossible to obtain good results unless the time is right. If a bulb is planted in autumn, flowers come out in spring. If a seed is sown in spring, flowers bloom through summer into fall. A time of ripening is fixed for fruit also. If picked too soon, it cannot be eaten immediately, for it is good only when it is ripe. There is a right time for sowing and transplanting all agricultural products, conforming to climate and season in individual localities. Nature shows humanity the importance of time, for every changing phase is the truth in action. Therefore, one should take nature as his or her model in approaching any project. For to learn this lesson is to gain the basic requirement for complete success. Jore, nature farming, and other activities I advocate follow the basic principles of nature. This is why there are good results from these activities. Whatever I may be planning, I am never in a hurry to begin. I look at all the aspects objectively and repeatedly give the entire project careful consideration. It is only after I have confirmed that the project is right in every aspect, useful to humanity, and lasting in its benefits, that I make all the necessary preparations and then wait for the proper time. Most people become impatient and cannot wait for the right moment. They begin before the time is ripe, so discrepancies between the plan and the action soon appear, and the project does not proceed as they expected. They become still more impatient. The discrepancies grow still bigger, and finally they fail. It is vitally important to wait with patience for the right time. Everything has a perfect moment without exception. This must have been understood long ago, for we have some wise old proverbs such as, "If you wait, good weather will come, and you will be able to sail on the calm sea." All things come to him who waits, and "Take careful aim, then shoot." There used to be many people who were impatient with my way of doing things. There were others who suggested plans to me or expressed their own wishes about my activities. I promised to use some of their ideas, but I was very slow in putting them into practice. These people often became irritated or puzzled. They did not understand that I was only waiting because the right time for starting had not arrived. Since ancient days, there have been such sayings as, don't miss an opportunity, sail with the wind, and grasp a chance. They really state the truth in this regard. How can the right time be recognized? Once all necessary conditions have been established, opportunities arise which must be seized because they indicate the plan is definitely ready to go into action, that the time is ripe. Once a project is started under such circumstances, everything works out smoothly and naturally. No force is required at all. In short, to be deliberate in preparation and prompt in action are all that is required for success. An example, suppose there is a heavy rock on the top of a hill. You wish to move it down the slope, but there is something in the way. If you try to force the rock past the obstacle, you must strain against it. If you wait with patience instead, the obstacle will become weaker and weaker from the weight of the leaning rock. It will loosen, so a push with a finger will send the rock rolling down the hill without any difficulty. If the cuckoo does not sing, I will wait until it does. This was a haiku poem composed to describe the characters of Ieyasu Tokugawa, a famous Japanese shogun who was well known for his patience. He would never begin any project before the time was right. This quality, no doubt, was one of the main reasons the government he established lasted so long, why his descendants ruled for 300 years. I am sure you understand from the above how important the right timing is. As a founder of the Omoto religion said, even God does not tamper with time. This exquisitely describes in one short sentence the truth of the importance of right timing.
We will now have greetings from Reverend Romilson Cândido.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Everyone is doing okay? And good morning, everyone. Also, those who are online attending the service. Good morning to you too. And welcome to our monthly appreciation and ancestral service. Thank you very much for your dedication, for your service to God in a summer, and to create paradise on earth. We have been dedicating this time of the year, at least this time, for prayers for the entire world. We pray for peace in the world. So I'd like you to always remember to pray so that we can have peace and the situation all over the world can change. So really ask you to do that. As Meishu Sama says, paradise is a world of truth, virtue, and beauty. So we have to bring truth, virtue, and beauty to build paradise on earth. Today, I would like to give you a special announcement that we have uh, one of our students that learn Ikebana flower arrangements through our Sangetsu school is receiving a certificate, and I would like to invite our instructor that you all know, Miho Negrão, to come over and please bring the certificate so that we present these certificates to the students. So we every year we have a couple of classes Ikebana. So those who started to study, they keep learning and taking classes, and then they graduate on that level. But they still have many levels to go. But we'd like to invite them, Ana Brandão. Ana, please to come. Can somebody take a picture? Ana, please. Thank you. Ikebana Sangetsu certificate. This certificate is proudly presented to Ana Carolina Brandão, who has completed the basic level in the Ikebana Sangetsu on this 23rd day of December of 2021. From Wilson Cândido, Ikebana Sangetsu Director, Miroku Association, USA. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Miho. Open and take a
Yeah,
picture.
of course.
Yes. Okay.
Nice, good.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I know we have some other students here taking classes, so you're gonna be next really soon. Also, now I'd like to share a little bit with you about the message that we just, about the teaching we just heard, Wait for the Right Time, through a message given by Reverend Kyoaki Sugihara at the Atami Sacred Grounds. But before that, I have to remind all of us what Meishu Sama says about our goal. What is God's plan? Why are we here? Meishu Sama says, our goal is to build, is to construct paradise on earth. This ideal world is about to be born. According to the revelation I received, the foundation of paradise on earth has already been established in the spiritual realm. That means everything already happened in the spiritual realm. Your life, everything happened already in the spiritual realm. Your house, your home, your friends, your work, your children, everything that you may not know now, but it's already happening in this spiritual realm. You're looking for a new home or a new job or whatever you're looking for. This is already there in this spiritual realm because you already built that here. Whatever you do here will project in this spiritual realm and then will materialize here. So this is the law of cause and effect. It never changes. Meishu Sama continues saying, according to the revelation I received, the foundation of paradise on earth has already been established. Therefore, there is no doubt that it will materialize on earth in the near future. It will materialize. So many people, they do a lot of services and give a lot of joy and give donations and help other people. And they sometimes they come and ask me, I've been doing service, but I don't see anything happening in my life or changing. So just wait for the right time. Just wait, because it will materialize one day. Maybe not yet. It's like you have, as if you have a glass of water, but this glass is kind of, those, when you buy those red cup that you don't see the liquid inside, if it's already full or in the middle or in the bottom. So every time when you do something good, it's like a drop that comes into that cup. It's filling up the cup. You don't see when it's going to the top, but one day will be the last drop and it will begin to come out. And that's when the blessings begin. So we have to continue believing that it will materialize, not only the good, the bad things too. If you do something bad in your life, don't worry, it will materialize back in your life too. So when you start to see some things not going well, that means it's the purification happening, which is for the better. And then Mr. Someone says, what a fortunate time it is in which we have been born. The thought of this fills us with joy that it will materialize. And then continue with the message. May someone says, wait for the right time. And he compare with the seeds. You know, when you plant something, use those seeds. He says, Mr. Someone speaks of good deeds, good results. And bad deeds, bad results. He says, this in a broad sense refers to seeds. I think about this law of cause and effect as being a profound statement. Wait for the right time. A person's failure can make his or her family poor, even homeless, and can cause trouble for all of his or her relatives and acquaintances. It turns out to be a kind of social evil when you fail, when you don't wait for the right time. One suggestion that I always give is to always read the teachings and check what Meishu Sama will advise you to do. Everything is in there. Everything you can find is in the teaching. Everything. I know by experience. When we examine the cause of failure deeply, Meishu Sama said, anyone who fails walks this same path. The reason is that individual neglects the timing. Individual, they ignore timing. It's amazing when you see kids, young ones, they come, we kind of have this kind of an age that we're beginning to see things differently. Now I understand when my father used to say, well, not yet, don't do this. This is not the time. But I would say, no, Daddy, I can do this now. I can do it. So we never waited because, when you're young, you want to have things quickly done. You want to do now and right now. We ignored time. And now I understand. In all human affairs, there is nothing more absolute than the right time. There is a time in everything, as in the growing of flowers and the fruits and agricultural products. And I learned that by doing nature farming, by planting, and you begin to understand that time is everything. Don't expect to grow tomatoes so fast when you know you need. There's a time for that to grow. Though other conditions also will come. Let me see here. Let me see, someone says, when you plant something, if you pick it up too soon, it cannot be even eaten immediately. So for this, good only when it is ripe. And once all necessary conditions have been established, opportunities arise which must be seized, because they indicated the plan is definitely ready to go into action, that the time is ripe. So the teaching today is it's a teaching that I think we all should always study that teaching. Every time you have a chance, read that teaching again and again. I think it was so well read today, I don't have to go through more of them. But there is one point that I would like to share with you, that Meishu Sama, he showed us how himself, he made plans. Meishu Sama. And then he said, learn from nature. That's the point number one. Learn from nature. Purify, receive lots of rain, dedicate, purify and wait. Purify and wait. And then Cultivate wisdom and wait. That means study, read the teachings, study and wait. And then cultivate an altruistic mind and wait. That means you always think about others, pray for humanity, for your friends, give a call to someone. Cultivate this mind and wait. Uh, don't expect quick results. It will come when the time is right. Yeah. Learning from nature, as Mr. Sama showed, especially when cultivating plants, it is necessary to obediently adapt to the providence of nature no matter what. You have to wait. In addition, in the prayer for paradise on earth, there's a prayer that, that long prayer in English that we do in special services. It says, there will be perfect weather all year round, with a gentle breeze blowing every fifth day and rain falling every 10th day. To this end, I would like to firmly establish within myself the attitude of learning from nature as a norm and apply it throughout all the activities in my daily life. Meishu Sama's daughter, Sandai Sama, she wrote one poem, and she says, if you cultivate a beautiful heart, as we do it with nature farming, please share it with others. And then, in response to this poem, I envision everyone cooperating with each other throughout all nature farming activities that we carry out at our Jore centers. So this is one thing, the weather is growing better now. It's something that we need to begin to do is to practice nature farming. I really recommend you to begin to do that. And there is a second point about purifying weight. It says, since spiritual clouds are the result of many years of anti-natural practices, one's sense of nature, sense of the human heart, and communion with God remain dull when stained by such clouds. I always tell you about spiritual clouds, how important it is to eliminate those spiritual clouds. In any case, it is of vital importance to truly pursue activities that purify our spiritual clouds to that end, so that the beauty of the four seasons can then be fully enjoyed in our everyday lives. And I would like to enjoy this season with you. We should purify our spiritual beings by incorporating natural foods, nature farming, appreciation of art and beauty, and the accumulation of virtue by giving service to God's cause. This is the essence of love of God as taught by Meishu Sama. So, in resume, is the basic practices of faith. So, just keep on doing as much as you can, Jore. Coming to the service and praying and doing nature farming and eating healthy foods. So important. It's very important. Sometimes I understand the price of foods may get expensive to get those organic food, but try as much as you can to go for the more natural foods. Very important. And guiding other people. You know people that they really need you already, need to pray more, so guide them. Don't be ashamed of sharing about what you know about Jore. But don't force anyone, because there's always the right time. Always the right time to guide someone else, especially within the family. Sometimes some people, they think, oh, I have my brother, my sister, my uncle, my aunt, I'm going to guide them. Sometimes it's more difficult to guide your family member than a friend. More difficult. But as they see you
happy and changing your lives, that's when they come after you. I always tell this, if you want to guide your wife, your husband, your children, or you change. As they see that something is different about you, they begin to go after you. Where are you going? I'm going there. Oh, I'm coming with you because they see you changing. That's how it is. But if you go to the Joy Center and you do all the service, but you come back home and you do some very strange things, and the children or the husband or your family members, they see you doing something strange, they go, I'm not gonna go to that Jorei. I think Jorei is making her worse. They think it's the opposite. So that's why guiding people is about you. As you grow, as you feel great and share your passion, and people begin to follow. Um, Timing is everything. Before we finish, I'd like to share something also important that's about respecting not just timing, but the law of order. Order. Everything it has its order. I remember once I have it was her name is Maria Flores. She was a member in Miami. She came to me many times to say that she was suffering with her daughter. Uh, it was a conflict problem. Maria, she lived with her daughter, only two of them, in a small apartment, one bedroom apartment. And she would come to me and say, my daughter, I don't know, it's been 1 year we moved to this new apartment. And she's being different. She's being uh, arguing with me, and no, she doesn't respect me, and she says many bad words. She curses, and she even sometimes physically, she is beginning to. It's getting very dangerous. She's 16 years of age, but she's tall and strong. I'm very much afraid. It's been like this for many months after we moved to this place. I said, okay, let's pray. So we went to the altar, we prayed. I told her, pray, try to give her Jorei. And she said she doesn't want Jorei. She doesn't want anything anymore. She goes to school and go back home, always angry and upset. And she sounds like my boss. Like she's the one who is the one in charge of everything in the house. So then every time Maria, she would come and share the same situation, crying, I don't know, my daughter, what's happening. One day I decided to go and see, I said, let me go to your home. I'm going to visit you, and so I can pray in your apartment. I go there. So when I went there, it was my first time visiting her. I went, and then I saw the living room. There was a couch. And in the couch, there was some blankets. It looked like somebody was sleeping there. And I said, oh, you have some visitors or something? And then Maria told me, no, this is where I sleep here. This is where I sleep. Whoa, you sleep here? Is this one bedroom? Yeah, there's another room over there. That's my daughter. She sleeps over there. Well, she sleeps in the bedroom and you sleep in the couch. Yes, my daughter, she goes to school. I want to offer her the best so she can, go to school, do her study, and she has her room for her. And I said, what about you? She had 2 jobs. You come back home tired and you sleep here in the couch. And I said, no, it's okay. I don't mind. I said, no, you should mind. This is out of order. You have to stay in the bedroom and you have to rest your soul, rest your spirit. And so that's why you have a home to rest and continue your activities. And she's fine. You can bring another small bed and put it on your side, or she can sleep in the living room. She's young. I can't do that, she said. if I do that, I'm in trouble because she's going to scold me and she may even do something physically. I said, no, she will not. How come you know, Minister? Because this, what you have in here is spiritual. Because it's out of order, she's acting like this. I know, maybe someone teaches about that. I told her, before she comes, I'd like you to move her stuff to the living room and you move in to the room. And she said, I can't, you do this, please. And she did it, but she was very afraid of doing it. She did it, and me too, I was like, oh my, how, so, nothing happened. When I finished the visit, I said, I went back to the altar with some, I told her to do this and that and that, this, please take care of that. I don't know what's going to happen. I prayed, I stayed there praying and calling. And so in the evening, I was so excited to know, and I called, nobody answered. I was, oh my God, what happened? Should I go there or not? I said, oh, I'm gonna just leave it in God's hands. The following day, next day, she called me and she said, Minister, can I come to talk to you? I said, yes, please come. And she came and she was smiling. I said, oh, is everything okay? She said, yes. Amazing. It's like a miracle. What happened? She said, when she came from school, I asked her, Mila, sit down. I need to talk to you. She said, what? I told her, I need you to sleep here. Mommy needs to sleep in the bedroom because I work, I got tired, and I need to sleep over there. I look at my daughter, and she looked at me and said, okay, Mom. Yes, please, do that. And then after that, she helped me to do some other things that in the house. She completely changed. And let's see. And then after 1 week, I called her to make sure how was everything. She said, my daughter completely changed. No more. She's very sweet as she always was. And I know now that when we respect the order, everything changes. So there is a time for everything, but also we have to understand there is law of order in our lives that we should respect. Always put the spirit preceding the physical first. Always pray before you do something. Always try to connect with Meisama, with God before you do something. Always remember that you have your ancestors. They were here before you, so you pray for them so that they can continue working with you. So with this, I would like to thank you everyone for today's service, and I wish you all a very good day. Thank you very much. Thank you.
This concludes our service today. Thank you very much for joining us. We wish you a very blessed day.
Thank you very much. Mr. Michael.
Life